with assessments being over, this is the two big things that come up, the two big questions. How do I burn more fat? How do I build muscle? Or how do I maintain muscle? Fat loss is almost the simple answer, right? It's just always going to be a calorie deficit. There's things that can aid in a calorie deficit, like your sleep, how many steps you're getting a day, but it's very basic. The muscle part is a little more complicated, and you'll see after just a couple minutes here, it's where other facilities get it wrong. The first thing you have to understand with muscle is that there is 3 mechanisms that help muscle growth, okay? You have tension, you have damage, and then you have the pump. So the tension would be moving the heaviest weight from point A to B. So if your program includes that, moving heavy loads from A to B, anywhere up to 90% of your 1 rep max. And there we go right there. If your program isn't focusing on a 1 rep max or doing percentage work off of that 1 rep max, you're already minus 1 mechanism of muscle growth. You're already missing that. So that right there is already one of the cracks that's going to make this thing crumble. It takes a load, to get the right amount of weight on that bar. I mean, you've got to be moving some weight. So that's tension. There's muscular damage, which is focusing on tempo, time under tension. The muscles spend more time under stress moving at a squat, 3 seconds down, 2 seconds up. Tempo lifting, which you'll see here that we do that all the time. A lot of places focus on speed or efficiency. It should look like people are moving in slow motion. And tell me the last time you saw that on Instagram. So right there, it's probably missing from the program. The third one is the pump, and that's more of a continuous movement. Now, you will see that at places. 12 to 20 reps, very little rest, high rep, quick pace, 1 down, 1 up. Anyone can achieve that. So that's the one that isn't hardly missing. Now, once you have those 3 things in place, you're not done. Then here's what we need to understand. 2 things are responsible for muscle once you get those 3 in place. So if you have those 3 in place, which you do at TitanUp, you can almost bypass part 1, which is the signal. The signal and the supplies are what build muscle. So if you fell short, pay attention. The signal is sending the signal to the body that, muscle is important. I'm going to be needing it on a daily basis, so we're going to either hang on to it or we're going to build it. Okay, so that is your attendance coming in, lifting at least 3 times a week. That's sending the signal that this is important. Help me out here. I'm being put in situations where I'm being forced to lift. That's the signal. The second is the supplies, calories and protein. You can have the biggest V12 engine in your Ferrari or whatever you have. If that tank of gas is empty, I don't care what engine you have in that car. I don't care how heavy you're lifting. You can lift 500 pounds a day, Monday through Friday, push, pull, press. Unless you're getting in enough calories and unless you're getting enough protein, those muscles don't have fuel. They have no reason to stay there on your body. They have no reason to maintain. They have no reason to build. So, 3 mechanisms of muscle growth. Once you check off all 3 in your program, make sure your program has it, then you can move on to the signal. Are we sending that signal, those 3 things, are we sending that at least 3 times a week? And then the supplies. Are we getting enough calories, which needs to be above maintenance? So you're going to do your body weight times 15 and add a couple hundred calories, 1 to 300. And then protein, 1 gram per pound of goal weight has to be hit or you're sunk. Muscle is a lot more complicated than just eating at a deficit for fat loss.